independent hoe, I'm all about my businesses. I consistently continue to bring energy and know that keep it popping like I'm full of electricity. Try to hold me out, I wish you would have the audacity. Take a reflexive, now I'm shitting on the industry. Self-made, not a title, cause it's my identity. And wear it on my skin like it's a part of my ethnicity. Mary keep on blowing like instruments in a symphony. They keep a player buzzing like Twitter when you mention me. Being 100's a everyday living tendency. And ain't faced by hating, it makes me increase my intensity.
YouTube world, what is good? What is everybody doing? How's everybody feeling on this Tuesday? Season starting to get changed. Boy, we hit about 90 degrees down here in Texas, man. It got a little bit warm down here. Y'all know what it is. The one man, four styles and flavor of DFW Sports. Your super fan from the DFW land, holding it down the best way he can for all his teams in the Metroplex that we call Dallas-Fort Worth. Man, how's everybody doing? Y'all already know before we go on. Hit the like button. Go ahead and subscribe. Hit that notification bell and follow me on X at Drewski Self-Made. Man, we can get a lot of sports things talking and just well as things is life. But how's everybody feeling tonight, man? You know, Mavs get bad news going to the Big Apple. You know, they couldn't pull out two in a row, but that's all right. You know, you were able to get one, and it was just another shorthanded staff again for the Mavericks. But I mean, they battled and showed hard. They just ran out of gas before it comes to the end. So got post-game reaction coming to the Mavs and Knicks. Also, we gonna have, I'm gonna have my little discussion about, since baseball season is upon us, as spring training is finally through for the Rangers, as they did take a L today, 3-1. But with that being said, it's really gearing up now. Everybody have a day off to, go ahead and get themselves ready. But baseball season, as you know, it's a long season and it's a lot of games that come up in it. So we're going to be doing us a lot of things to be staying up in the trenches of Texas Rangers baseball. All for Texas is the new hashtag. So we'll be going over some of the Texas Rangers theme line, and my theme line for the night is going to be the starting pitching rotation for the Texas Rangers as they get ready to gear up for Thursday's matchup at Globe Life Field against the Boston Red Sox. But let's go ahead and go on. Y'all already know DFW Sports Raps. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let's get into it. The Mavs get slaughtered tonight. I mean, the score might say different wise, but other than that, the Mavs were really in this game as it went through. It was a tie game at halftime. It was 68 apiece going into that third quarter, and the Mavs just couldn't. I think they started the third quarter. They were like 0 for 6 from the field, and New York just kept eating. They kept hitting shots. It just seemed like it was a game that no team was ready to play defense. But the third quarter is what really doomed the Mavericks, as they were only able to put it. I mean, it was high scoring in all quarters, but that third quarter that they came out, they missed a lot of their shots. New York kept hitting their shots, and that was really the separation of the game from within right there. Other than that, if you look at the box score, the game was played very tightly and very close. The Mavs made their run. They did exactly what the Dallas Mavericks been doing all season, bro. Real talk, they've been doing exactly what they've been doing. That's just fighting, not giving up, not quitting. No surrender, no retreat. They keep battling, they keep fighting. So I gotta keep giving, tipping my cap to them. You look at the team stats. Both teams shooting over 50%. I mean, damn, the Knicks shot damn near 60%. I mean, good Lord. You should have lost by 40. You know what I'm saying? You should have lost by 40 if you giving up 60% from the field. But the Mavericks shot 53%. Their three ball didn't really fall. Both teams' three ball didn't fall, but Mavericks did a great enough job. 19 three-pointer attempts. I'll take that because I got 25 free throw attempts. I will take that. They really didn't settle for the jump shot, especially when it wasn't there from behind the arc. Going 21 or 25 from the free throw line, that had a lot to do with Najee Marshall, Brandon Williams, just the aggressive attack that they like to do. Kai Jones has been coming in here and just causing hell. That dude can jump straight out the gym, man. That's a great pickup for the Dallas Mavericks as they done picked up with him. But going after that, the rebounds wasn't bad. I mean, you see the Mavericks clearing up a lot of things. I will say the return of Anthony Davis the night before, Monday night against Brooklyn, to me, it had this team like, okay, all of their hard work did not go in vain, man. It's like them playing hard to the point of exhaustion is not going in vain. And it just seems like they're like, okay, we are good enough. We get Anthony. They almost have this belief of if we can get some pieces back healthy, we can actually do some things. And they limited Karl Anthony Towns in the second half. He really didn't. The first half he got off. I think he had like 24 in the first half, but after that he didn't do nothing. It was your boy right here on the Boye, whatever his name is. Boy, he had a bloody nose and he was still out there shooting us out the gym. But Mavericks was -3 on the rebound part. That's not bad. But look at the assists. You don't have just no shot creators or anything out there. The Knicks had 40 assists. 40 assists, shooting 59, damn near 60% from the field. That's a recipe for a blowout victory. But, just the third quarter was really what doomed the Mavericks in. Turnovers, both teams basically coughed it up at will as it wanted to be. Mavericks did get 64 points in the paint, but they gave up 76, and that explains why you got a 60%, giving up a 60% field goal clip going at there. But largely was 26, but it was really just that third quarter. That third quarter, and it's almost been a reoccurring theme when it comes to these Dallas Mavericks, especially in a lot of games that they have a lot of chances to actually win and compete and actually steal a game that probably they had no business stealing. But it's just one quarter that they just can't, come off the snide with. And it started early in the third period where like I said, I think they went 0 for 6 in the third quarter to start the period. And New York just kept hitting shots, kept going by. As you look, they scored 30-plus points in every quarter. And the Mavs were on the same trajectory. Just that third quarter, damn sure coming out to start, it just doomed them. It doomed them, man. It really hurt them. What up, little CJ? What you got? I see you in the chat. Appreciate you for joining in. He said, what's the point of playing AD? AD said yesterday. He said yesterday after the game, bruh, he kind of feel like it's his duty to come out here and play for these guys because too many times he's been in that locker room after a tough loss that the Mavericks have taken, even after a victory. But for sure, the tough losses, Anthony Davis is literally, this is his words, he sees the players literally like to exhaustion. They're like laid out and fully exhausted. And he's like, nah, bro. Basically this team that he doesn't know is earning his respect while he's not even out there. And that's just because, like I said, the Mavericks haven't folded. They haven't quit. They have played hard since jump. Now that Cleveland game after the Luka trade, you could say, I don't know about that. But, bro, after that game, the Mavs had made a vow to themselves. They're going to play hard and they're going to push. And they're going to at least try to control what they can control. Now, I really wish they could have got this win tonight, because the way they were playing in the first half, it was tailor-made for them to sneak another victory out and try to do something. But that just didn't happen. It just looked like they ran out of gas. They're looking like, playing off a back-to-back on top of that. And you get the excitement about Anthony Davis coming back. Also, you didn't have no PJ Washington tonight. So, bro, that kind of takes a damper into a lot of things right there. It really do. As the Mavs are sitting outside at the 11th seed right now, and they're a half game behind the Phoenix Suns. So, that's tough. OKC is playing Sacramento, so what you're hoping is Sacramento keep losing as well. So that's just another team, that's in the crosshairs right now. Shit, you look at it, Phoenix is half a game behind Sacramento. The Mavs are a game behind Sacramento, and Sacramento, both teams got the tiebreaker over you. So I feel what you're saying, little CJ. What's the point of even bringing back AD? AD really made this call on himself, and I think the Mavericks organization, the Mavericks staff, they have no choice but to kind of let this ride, bro. I think any other time they would, but they desperately needed something to feel good about. They really did. PJ turned his ankle in that Brooklyn game. I didn't think he would come back to play the second half, but he did anyway. But now he didn't end up playing tonight, which I believe that's something that you could have used PJ tonight. You really could. Looking at the box score, of course, our man Najee Marshall. Our man Najee Marshall has been out here breaking boys off. Hey, it's a reoccurring theme every time we talk about the Mavericks. Najee Marshall, the knife, getting in there, doing everything that you need. He led the way with 38 minutes and 38 points. He could have easily had 40-plus points, but I think it was times that the Mavericks just stopped going to him, which that was a dumb decision, and that's been a theme of the Mavericks season this year. But 38 points, he got most of the shots. The offense ran through him, 25 shots. He was 17 of 25 from the field. That Najee floater where he gets, I'm telling you, especially a lot of the games that I've been at, I've been sitting there saying, Najee, give me that floater, bro. You unstoppable when you go into the paint and throw that floater up. And that is a game in his repertoire that a lot of teams are going to have to actually have a game plan for that, because he gets a favorable matchup one-on-one. He's getting in the paint. He was aggressive all day, or basically all night. He only got 5 free throw attempts, but damn, man, hitting 17 shots. I think that was a career high for Najee Marshall tonight. And you see it in him. You just need more pieces around. And this was clearly a game that the Dallas Mavericks just didn't have enough. They just didn't have enough in the tank. They didn't have enough to shoot with, man. They didn't. As you see, you got some ODMPs right there. You got some ODMPs, you know what I'm saying? The Knicks, I see they running with a full squad here, you know what I'm saying? But Karl Anthony Towns, like I said, he had 24 in the first half, and he only got 1 bucket in the second half, and that came late in the fourth quarter. Even though he was a plus 23, that came late in the fourth quarter, so they neutralized him in the second half. That's a good thing, what you like to see about the coaching staff. But what in Anoya, man, I forgot how they were saying his name. I kind of wasn't even listening with the volume up, but bro, he had a bloody nose and he put up 35. That was crazy. That was crazy work. But basically, the only people that came to the party tonight was Najee Marshall, a new pickup that's been added this year in the beginning of the season, and your boy Brandon Williams. Brandon Williams, he's been a new addition as well. But for me to sit here and say a lot of the new additions that the Mavericks have been making have been the most biggest contribution, but the fact of the matter is they have no choice. They have no choice. They banged up as hell, bro. They banged up as hell. But I mean, Najee with 38, Brandon Williams with 22. Jaden Hardy did come a little bit to the party, gave you 15 points. He was 7 of 9 from the field. So he had a couple turnovers that was kind of, goofy. But Max Christie, I think everything about him has came right back down to life. I don't know how he had a plus 10 in this game, having 6 points, playing 31 minutes. Only went 2 of 5 from the field and had 4 turnovers. I don't really know how those plus and minuses be really working, but the shine has thoroughly wore off of Max Christie. It has. I don't know if it's him pressing or if he's not finding his rhythm right now. Just if the Mavs are doing a lot of other different things that probably just don't need him involved like that. But he's starting, it seems like, he's getting lost in the shuffle a little bit. And anytime you get Jaden Harden to come back and do what he can do for you, take his minutes back, it's kind of what you're seeing right there. But outside of that, bro, nobody else gave you nothing. Klay Thompson, 6 points, bro. Come on, bro. That ain't going to do nothing. Kai Jones, although he gave you 9 points, he had some of the most exciting 9 points I've ever seen in this game. That dude can jump out the gym. 9 points, 8 rebounds. Nah, bro. Kai Jones, bro, you put him in the lineup with, AD, Gafford, Lively, and then you mix it in with PJ. That's an athletic lineup that you can run with. Very athletic lineup that you can run with. But at the same time, bro, I mean, like I said, Anthony Davis wanted to come out here and show his team that he got they back. I don't even think this is about Nico. I think this is just him seeing that these players are giving it all they got. So why not he do it? To the point that players have basically lost their season because they've been going so hard. I mean, it is what it is. I don't know what's any updates that's going on about, Gafford and Lively and them, actually. Let's take a peek real quick. See what some folks is talking about. Oh, Jason Kidd, bro. Like I said, he looks like a coach that, I mean, if you're Jason Kidd, a lot of people been on Jason Kidd's top, but what do you do? What do you actually do if you're Jason Kidd? What do you say? What is the message that you continue to give to your Dallas Mavericks night in, night out, knowing that they're just too shorthanded? What do you say? What do you do? You know what I'm saying? At a point, I just think a lot of this is just about ready to fall on deaf ears. I don't want to say that the Mavs are ready to quit, but they're just gassed. They done had this. You couldn't wish on nobody, bro. This has just been a tall, daunting task with the injuries by themselves. That's not even just mentioning the Luka trade and everything else that done transpired after that. The injuries themselves have made this thing something terrible. Rough, man, for real. It really has. But to see what Najee Marshall has done in his first year as a Dallas Maverick, bro, I salute him. That was a hellacious pickup right there. Him and Quentin Grimes was actually a good, pairing. I don't know what we're getting with Caleb Martin, so we're just trading players for a lot of players that's going to be DNP. I see that's how it's going to be. Just the moves that we make in the front office, that's just how it goes. So I hate it to see that way, but I'm not the one that runs the show, and I'm not the one that's co-signing on none of that. But you still haven't got to see how it played out yet for the Mavericks. And I guess if you're a half glass full or half glass empty type of person, that I think that's the only thing you can hang your hat on is like, okay, you know what? For really all of the trade for the rest of the season, you did not get to see your team do it. And I know that's what makes it a dumb trade, because you knew Anthony Davis would be injury prone anyway. We knew Kyrie Irving, being at his age, some things can still nick him up a little bit, but we only saw for 3 quarters what it could look like, and it looked legit. It very much looked legit, but that's all you could get was 3 quarters. So you literally can't really say. The only people that will say something is the fans their point is, why did you trade for another injury-prone player? And that's valid. There's no argument there. There's no refuting that, nothing. That is really facts right there. You don't do that. You don't do that. But I honestly think, even with all the injuries, we've seen Luka carry teams, but do you honestly think Luka's carrying a team after coming off of finals where he was fully banged up, came into the season banged up, got banged up during the season? Do you think he would have had enough to carry this team with all the injuries that's happening right now, bro? Let's just be honest. I think you kind of have a better shot. Yes, I do agree, but I think the final destination is the same. I believe the final destination would be the same. Daniel, what's good? Mavs play AD next game. AD said he's coming back Thursday. That's his words right there. So appreciate you for tuning in the chat for one time. Getting your ears up in here. It's not too much going on. Just talking about this Mavs post game, and then I'll talk about some Rangers talk. And then I got a little Cowboy stuff as I go along as well. Talking about this division and how the quarterbacks stack up. But looking at the Dallas Mavericks, I know it's a lot of confusion. Why play Anthony Davis when it just seems like, look, you're a half game out. You're a half game behind the Suns, and you're a game behind Sacramento, and you don't have the tiebreaker against them. So it was cute while it lasted. Orlando is not going to be an easy team. A day off is something that they're going to need, but they're going to be still on the road. They go down to Orlando. Orlando is not going to be, that's not going to be a team that's going to overlook you because you have a lot of injuries. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to happen. They're going to be ready to play their A game. I believe they're sitting at the bottom of the playoff contention in the Eastern Conference. I believe they're like 8th or 9th. So they're pushing to win as many games as they can coming down the stretch as well. So this won't be a team that, would be like, oh, the Mavs, just like the Knicks were kind of in the first half, especially on the defensive side, because the Mavericks got whatever they wanted mostly. Najee Marshall got whatever he wanted. He was unstoppable. And I just think it's just this law that I always keep saying when you're playing the Dallas Mavericks. It's like a law where, bruh, they don't have all their players, bro. They can't keep this fight up like that all the time. But you end up getting out on the court and you're like, damn, these boys still fighting. Like, we're going to have to actually play. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have to actually play. And that's just what the Mavericks are forcing a lot of teams' hands to do while they're so short-handed and still trying to make things happen. So, bro, I mean, looking at it now, like I said, the schedule's not tough. You're going to get Brooklyn another time. You're going to get the Hawks in the mix. What you're just hoping is just the schedule for the Phoenix Suns keeps collapsing on them. That's really what you're looking for. Can that continue to happen? Can the collapse, I don't even want to say the collapse, but can the schedule cause a collapse for the Phoenix Suns going here forward? That's basically what we're looking at. That if you're a Maverick fan, that's what you're hoping. But you're kind of hoping the same thing for Sacramento, because it was just a battle for one spot for the 10th seed between us and Phoenix. Now, all of a sudden, the 9th and 10th seed is up for grabs. So anytime you can get multiple play-in spots for grabs instead of just one, I'll take it. I will really take it. I sure will. I sure in hell will. Mavs keep fighting, though, and that's all I can, that's all I want to, just give them their props for, bro. Give them their props. We know they shouldn't go no much farther. I think if anybody's looking on the outside, why don't y'all just tank, bro? Like, this ain't going to do nothing but make y'all more, wear y'all out a little bit more. And, I mean, that could be the truth, but if you've ever competed in sports, man, the word giving up is really not one to be in your vocabulary. It really ain't. You don't want to be associated with anything about being a quitter. And I think that's what's happening with the Mavericks. A lot of people are brain dead. A lot of people are, the Mavs are dead to a lot of people. But, just for me, it's hard to just turn that off, especially when the team is competing. Had they quit a long time ago, it'd be different. But just like Anthony Davis said, I don't watch these guys come in, night out, a victory or a loss, and literally lay stretched out on the floor in pure exhaustion. Anthony Davis said, man, I got to strap up. Anthony Davis said, I got to strap up, yo. And I can respect that. And like I said, what he did, bro, when he came in last night, bro, and I just felt it was a carryover for the Mavericks in tonight's game because, bro, they were going shot for shot with the New York Knicks. They were matching shot for shot. Like I said, both teams putting up 68 points in the first half. The Knicks is a good defense. That's a Tom Thibodeau defense. And you mean to tell me no PJ, you damn sure ain't got no Luka, no Kyrie, no Derek Lively, no Daniel Gafford, no Anthony Davis. Damn, you did all that? Bro, Mavs got some fight to them. They really do. What up, big bro? What's good? What you doing still up, man? Appreciate you for tuning in for the chat, man. Hey, like I said, get at your boy about Sunday, man, because I'm about to go over the rotation, what I think is going to be. And like I said, I think we're going to get a Jacob deGrom Sunday. So, my boy, I already gave you, the look about some ticket prices, about Sunday. So just let me know, bro. Don't be flaking out. Now, I understand it's coming toward the end of the month. So, bro, just let me know if you locked in, bro. Let me know if you locked in because I'm planning to hit that Sunday game. You know what I'm saying? I really am. That's what I plan to do. So, but I feel a little CJ what he talking about. What's the point of playing AD at this point when you get to this point? And then you just see whatever players that you do got that get back from injury, the players that's been playing, bro. I just think they have done so much, bro, that they're just gonna be gassed, bro. They're gonna be gassed. I don't think it almost doesn't do them any justice to get into the postseason and have to turn it up another level when they've been basically not in playoff mode. They've been in just pure survival mode, just trying not to be more of an embarrassment than what the front office has put the Dallas Mavericks players, coaches, and fans and city through. Like, real talk. I think the anxiety, everything is coming off their chest. It's just the Mavs have had to play not only other NBA teams, they have to play everything that's off the court. And I just think they're going to get to a point where it's going to break them. It's going to break them. They have showed their heart. They just showed their will, but you're going to get into a situation where it's that playoff atmosphere. It's just going to intensify. Now, the one thing I can say for the Mavericks, they have a lot of Eastern Conference teams that they got to play in this stretch. A lot of them. And can they do something in that stretch? Like I said, Orlando will be something to look at. Hopefully you can get PJ to come back Thursday along with Anthony Davis. If you can get them two to come back and try to get you a win. And like you say, if you could get another Phoenix loss, another Sacramento loss, then, the Mavericks can still keep cooking. I hate that they let this game get away from them, though. Let me look at the standings one more time. Okay. So who played tonight? Sacramento playing against OKC. So like I said, bro, if OKC can if Sacramento can drop this game, all of a sudden Phoenix, they're going to be tied for the 9th seed. And like I said, that it's just going to continue to be a race. It's going to continue to be a race, man. That the Mavericks still got a shot, but I mean, how much of Anthony Davis can you really expect to help you carry you across the threshold? How much can you really expect that? I think it's only 11 games left. How much can you really get if you get Daniel Gafford back for 5 games or Derek Lively for 3 games? Does it make any sense to even do that? Does it? I'm going to be real with y'all. It doesn't make any sense, bro. It really don't make no sense for you to even be thinking about this with this many games left. But you know what? The Mavericks, the players that have been available, they are the ones that's making it make sense. That's just the best way I can put it. They are the ones that's making it make sense, because I'm honest with y'all. I don't want to even say I'm an optimist. I'm more just trying to focus on the positivity that you can. I mean, the negativity is going to be there as well, but there's a lot of eyes and energy on the negativity. But just looking at it now, it's hard for you to convince anybody that the Mavs are going to be in there. Now, it looks entertaining. I think the fans that have left the Mavericks because of what the front office did with the Luka trade, I think the fans that have just buried the Dallas Mavericks are more the more and more they look up, they're like, damn, they didn't crumble. Damn, okay, that's what's up. They still out there battling. I think it's a little bit found respect of the team that you have. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of it was, and much of it's true. Luka was carrying the Mavericks, but I always kept saying, bro, the Mavericks, he carried the Mavericks, but the Mavericks at the right time was his right supporting cast when he went to 2 Western Conference Finals. That's just my opinion. Luka still carried both teams, but that's just my opinion. The teams were now where they built to actually win it all. That's either here or there, but they were built good with the Luka being the orchestrator of everything. So I think that's how that go. Real talk. Mavericks will be back in action Thursday. They're playing on the East Coast, so I'm pretty sure this is going to be on NBA TV. This will be a 6:00 game. It'll be a 6:00 game. Mavericks and Magic. Will we try to get a post game? I don't know, because we got some special things going on as baseball season is getting ready to gear up, and man, them Texas Rangers get ready to kick it off Thursday, and it's a 3:00 game. Those games are normally about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Even if not, we might miss the first quarter of the Magic or something like that, but why not? We'll probably come home and try to, see what we can do. It's on NBA TV. Oh, so I'll probably end up catching the replay. Okay, we can probably catch a little bit of the replay and see what we missed up into the point that we caught. So let's see if we can try to get us a Maverick post game coming in Thursday. But Thursday is going to be a big day. We're going to have two sets of lives going on. We're going to have Rangers opening day pregame, and we'll have Rangers opening day post-game against the Boston Red Sox of the first game of the 2025 season for the Texas Rangers. So we're going to have some good news going in that, and y'all already know when we hit the game, it'll be a vlog after that. We'll have some shorts after that. So Thursday, I look to be dropping a lot of content, damn sure starting with baseball. We'll have the day off. We'll be in Globe Life Field. And with that being said, the pitching lineup for the Texas Rangers, what you're looking at to start this series against the Boston Red Sox in a 4-game series to open the season. We already know the injuries to Cody Bradford with elbow soreness, and John Gray, he has a fractured wrist that actually broke clean that does not require surgery. So they're going to say that there is going to heal naturally, which that's going to put him out for a couple of months. You might not see him until basically mid-June. That's a good few months up out of there. And then Cody Bradford is another thing with his elbow soreness. And, you know, with elbow soreness, that's something that you're just going to have to monitor. You're going to have to just be patient with. You're going to have to just try to ride it out. There's no ligament damage. So with no ligament damage, it's probably just very swollen, and you're just going to have to let it sit down. And then it's going to be a lot of rehab trips to come back forth to do. That's just a lot going right there. So you're looking for him to probably miss all the way to June as well. So that's just injuries that they have to account for. And then the Rangers did make the move to go ahead and get Patrick Corbin. Patrick Corbin is one that, where will he fit in the starting rotation? Him being picked up, a lot of people felt like, okay, yeah, with John Gray and Cody Bradford being gone. See, I was always cutting for Dane Dunning, but they let they flat out put Dane Dunning on waivers, yo. I was like, whoa, really? Dane Dunning like that? Evan Carter has been one of the young talents that emerged from the late part of the season of the 2023 World Series run. Had a hellacious, back end of September going into October and November, but the man been healthy. The man's been hurt after that World Series run, basically, and he's just, the word is out. He's only 22, 23 years old. He's still a young guy. He could still actually be in the minors right now. And I think that's the key that Bruce Bochy is working with. I think sending Evan Carter, he not making the opening day roster, but sending him down to the minors is just, let him work out some more things. Let him get more of an adjustment to having pitchers adjust to him as, trying to see more pitches. I think that's more of the thing that he has to do. And then it gives him a better opportunity because he has struggled this spring. He's been struggling against the left-handed pitchers. You can get in the minors and you can work on that pretty much with no pressure being up on you. And then, like I said, I think it's him still trying to get back into being fully healthy. I think maybe he's not even trusting his body right now. So him trying to get fully healthy is something that else has got to happen for him as well. But looking at the starting lineup for the first 4 games, we thought, we could think that Patrick Corbin could have went, but looking at that ERA, bro, maybe he did need to change the scenery coming from Washington, but I don't know, bro. Anytime you giving up a 5, bro, that makes me nervous. That makes me nervous for you being any type of pitcher. Anytime you giving up a 5 in any ERA, I don't care about the points after that. 0.24. I don't care about none of that. Anytime you giving up a 5, that's problems. That's problems. But we already know that Nathan Eovaldi, Bruce Bochy already said Nathan Eovaldi will be the opening day starter, taking the mound at 3:05 against the Red Sox. We will be in action. Man, make sure y'all catch the vlog, man. The vlog is gonna be soon. I'm gonna try to start adding some more things into the vlog. A lot of these games that I end up going to, it be like half of the time they be like spur of the moment. So I'm gonna try to start seeing, especially with baseball season, I'm gonna try to give y'all the full look of like, okay, how we getting ready for the game? What's the pregame? I'm gonna start adding a lot of stuff like that in there, as well as when we drop the live going to the game and coming from the game, that type of stuff. So I got a lot of things planned out. But Evan Carter's in the minors. Dane Dunning didn't make it. He got waived. That hurt because I still think they can use him, but I think what's his name? Is it another Patrick they got? Patrick Murphy? They got him, and they got another guy that they actually been liking here in the spring. So I can see why they want to run with it. Evaldi's game one starter. Now, the starter number 2, Bruce Bochy, has already said that the Vanderbilt boys, you had the second pick in the 2022 draft getting Jack Leiter, then you followed the next year in the 2023 draft with the 3rd overall pick with Kumar Rocker, both Vanderbilt boys. Bruce Bochy done already said that he is going to, they have made the roster, and they're going to make opening week, basically rotation. So you got Nathan Evaldi. You got Evo going to start it off Thursday. Friday, I don't know who it could be, but the 3rd pitcher, of course, Tyler Malley. So you'll probably have him in extra. I thought they could go Tyler. It could go Tyler Malley 2nd, Jack Leiter 3rd, Jacob deGrom 4. It could go that way. I think Jack Leiter has had a better spring than Kumar Rocker has. And I think they wanted to give Jack Leiter a little bit more run because he did come out and have more. He had more starts. Now, they weren't all great, but he did have more starts last year coming into the season. So the number 2 spot is going to be questionable. Do they move Tyler Malley to the 2nd spot? Do they move Leiter to the 3rd? Because I think Kumar Rocker will probably start in Cincinnati in the first road game for the Texas Rangers after they have this opening series against the Boston Red Sox. I think you'll see Kumar Rocker be that guy to start. But would that make more sense to do Jack Leiter that way? So it could go either way. I think to try to, the way Bruce Bochy probably will do it, Nathan Evaldi, number 1, Jack Leiter, number 2, Tyler Malley, number 3, Jacob deGrom, number 4, Kumar Rocker, number 5. I think that is going to be your first 5 rocking out the starting rotation for the Texas Rangers coming out of the season. Basically the first 4 games against Boston, and then your first game against, I believe, is going to be Chicago. Let me see. Monday. Oh, Cincinnati. It'll be against Cincinnati on the road. Oh, they already got it penciled in. Kumar Rocker. Okay. So there you go. It's set. Nathan Evaldi, he'll be pitching Thursday. Jack Leiter will be pitching Friday. Tyler Malley will be pitching Saturday. Jacob deGrom will finish Sunday. So yeah, that was right. All right, bet, and I ain't mad at it. Kumar Rocker gets the Monday start going for there. Then it resets. So like I said, Thursday, I'm looking to have a good time. I don't have to go to work, so I'm trying to think, what can I do for a Wednesday? Should I kick it with the family for a little bit? Take it off. The Stars will be on late night at 9:00. Maybe we can do a Stars. Why not? Let's do a Stars, since they play at 9, let's do a Stars game stream night. Why not? Let's just keep content going through all this week. All of DFW, we're gonna hit it strong. You know what I'm saying? So Friday, I won't be able to do any. I don't believe Friday I'll be able to do any content because I have been called for Saturday duty. Some overtime has been requested of my needs. So, your boy gonna go jump in on that. It's about time we start gearing up for 6-day work weeks on top of that. Damn near 10-hour work days too. So, once we start getting some OT running, it's some more game footage that we start getting by. So hey, man, like, subscribe, be up to date for everything that we got going on for DFW Sports Raps, man. Like I said, the starting pitching lineup is out. Valdi, Leiter, Malley, DeGrom will be the first four going this weekend, and Kumar Rocker will start it off in Cincinnati on Monday. So not too bad. It's going to all depend on what these rookies can do for you. If these dudes can be top picks, like they said, and this is something that the Texas Rangers desperately need, because especially in their division, they are more in baseball, but damn sure in the division, they are terribly behind in homegrown young pitching. They are far behind, laps behind. And that's kind of what has been hurting them in the AL West, because everybody else has got great young pitchers that they developed that done came up out of their own system. So that's something that the Rangers are trying to do. Can this opening weekend be the start of something good that you got these two young pitchers that you spent high draft capital on? Let's see. It's going to have to be that way. And I think it can be. I think it can, and I think it will be. So let's hope for that. But like I said, man, we're going to have us a fun week this week. Like I said, we'll try to get us some content going all through this week. Friday, it's just the Rangers. So we'll try to watch that game as much as we can, but we won't be, I don't think we'll be doing any. It just depends on how that game go. It depends on how that game go. We might do a quick live after that game or something like that, just to do something. But he do got to get up early in the morning the next morning and go ahead and hit it hard. So we'll see how we do it. But like I said, Wednesday, no Mavs, no Rangers, but it is the Dallas Stars. I should give them that love right there. So why not? Game start at 9:00 against Edmonton. Let's have a Stars game night stream. I know y'all don't probably really watch hockey like that, but come kick it with your boy, and we ain't just got to talk hockey while the game is on. We can also talk some other things, all other sports, especially in the DFW, what we got going on. So, like I said, man, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's get us a Stars game night, since we won't have to go into work Thursday. Thursday is going to be a big day as we're getting ready for baseball opening season. It's going to be fun, man. I'm going to be in the mix, too, so I'm looking to hit 2 of these games up this weekend. The weather is acting funny as a hailstorm came out of the middle of nowhere in Dallas, Texas today. As it sits right now, Thursday is a 50% chance of rain. The temperature will range between 59 and 70, and it's going to be windy. So you're probably not going to see the roof open that day or Friday. But Saturday and Sunday is going to be two totally different things. Saturday, I think Saturday's game is at 6:00 too. But after getting off work, I don't think we'll hit that game up. But I think that will be a game that will probably have the roof open. Sunday, it will all depend if the roof will be open as well, too. But I'm looking to hit the Sunday game because I got to see Jacob deGrom pitch. So I'm going to see Nathan Eovaldi pitch, and I'm trying to see Jacob deGrom pitch. Tyler Malley will be the Saturday pitcher. We can watch that at home with the family. And that's not me trying to shit on him. I'm just saying we can watch that with the family and really, kind of chill on that. So yeah, man, y'all stay tuned and have some things going on, man. Like I said, bro, I look forward to having me some fun coming here. Like I said, tough night for the Mavericks. Coming off a back-to-back, it just looked like they ran out of gas. But Najee Marshall with 38 points, he's showing he is that guy still carrying the load for the Mavericks. B. Williams showing he's also he's not quitting, he's not going. Big shout out to him as well, as the Mavericks keep trying to just stay alive. They keep trying to stay alive. To what it will cost them, I don't know, but they're trying to stay alive, and that's all I can ask them to do is just keep the fight. Baseball season is upon us, as it's just one more day. One more day we get to sleep away, and then boom, it's opening day. That's probably another reason why, because we need to show love to the Dallas Stars as well. The Edmonton Oilers is going to be a good game as well on the road. So we'll go ahead and do us a Stars game, a Stars watch along stream night kickback session late night on a Wednesday night. Go ahead and take care of that, because that'll be the only way that I'm gonna be able to try to get some sleep, because I won't be able to sleep being giddy all night. Like, damn, I can't wait to get to Globe Life. I can't, all that type of stuff. So that probably be something good to get us a little bit tired, get us a little bit of sleep, and then we get ready to hit it all over again and bring y'all some content. So make sure y'all stay tuned. DFW Sports Raps. Like, subscribe, hit that notification chime for your boy one time. The notification button right below. Follow me on X at Drewski Selfmade, man. We keep DFW Sports popping around here at all times. Y'all know I'm the one-man force the eyes and flavor of DFW Sports, your super fan from the DFW land. I will be checking in tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Let's go ahead and stream the Stars game, man. Either in between 9 and 9:30, we'll stream the Stars and the Oilers game. So tune in with me, DFW Sports Rap, man. We're going to keep it going for all teams in the Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas Metroplex. So until then, y'all know my slogan, man. Do everything that you can with love, because love always wins. That's the law. With that, I'm out, y'all.
Self-made independent hoe, I'm all about my businesses. I consistently continue to bring energy and known to keep it popping like I'm full of electricity. Try to hold me out, I wish you would have the audacity. Take a rap laxative, now I'm shitting on the industry. Self-made not a title, cause it's my identity, and wear it on my skin like it's a part of my ethnicity. Mary keep on blowing like instruments in the symphony. That keep a player buzzing like Twitter when you mention me. Being 100's a everyday living tendency, and ain't faced by hating, it makes me increase my intensity.